We play and call it work.
Hey there guys, Quirk here from MiniWarGaming.com and welcome to our unboxing series. In this episode, I'm going to be unboxing the Circle of Orboros battle box. Let's go ahead and check that out. Here we have the Circle Orboros Battle Group box starter set for Circle of Orboros. So on the front here you can see the nice little box art of everybody there. On the back it shows what you get inside. You're going to be getting a Wild Argus, a Pureblood Warpwolf, a Gorax Rager, as well as Tanith, the Feral Song. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. So you're getting a fairly big box here. And just try and get this open. There we go. And inside, the first thing you see here is the Prime Rules Digest. So it's like a smaller version of the rule book. Has all the rules in it, but no lore. So it's going to be going over everything for you here in extreme detail. It's nice to have that handy. Let's put that to the side here. You also get you're getting two here. You're getting two rulers. Both are 18 inches in length. So that comes in handy. Then we also have the Circle Orboros Introductory Guide. Going through it, it shows you a nice little short story, as well as the tactics for the battle groups, expanded options, growing your force, a little bit of information on Warmachine and hordes. Then you can get into painting and how to paint them. So it's nice to have handy there. Put that over here. You also get a 2x2 play mat. It's double-sided. It's made of a fairly resilient material here. It feels like a waxed paper, so that comes in handy. It's got two sides to it. One has a forest and a hill. The other one has what I believe is ruins, a forest, a hill, and a wall. So that comes in handy. Put that over here. Also have your basic training. Now this is like a abbreviated version of the rules, just what you need to kind of get started. It gives you the overview on terrain, movement, range combat, stuff like that. It gives you a couple different missions. So these come in handy there. Tells you how to do charges, spell casting, things like that. So it's just like an abbreviated version of the rules. So just if you want to get right into it. And we also have a bag of dice. And I believe there's, oh, there they are. Got some tokens here. So you've got your Fury as well as a couple spellcaster tokens. I believe there's 15 in here total. Then we start getting into the actual miniatures themselves. Now these are cast in a dark green resin, so it helps you kind of keep everything different. This is your Wild Argus. We've got your Gorax Rager, the Warpwolf. These are all very clean. There's not a lot of flash on any of these, so it's nice to see that. And then we also have Tanith, the Feral Song, and she's on a small base, but there's a lot of details on the cape. I'm not sure if you can see it through the bag there, but you can see all the little weaving through her cape, so that's nice to see that they've gone in and done all the details on that. And then we've got the cards here. I'm just going to move this box out of the way for a second. So the very back card is actually a fold-up wall, so you can take this out. So it shows you instructions here on how to fold it up, and it's actually just a wall template. So nice to have that handy. And then looking at all the cards here. So we have Tanith and her spell card. I'll put those aside for a second. You have your Wild Argus here, 7 points. Got the Pureblood Warpwolf at 17. And your Gorax Rager. So a total point cost here of 31 points, which is exactly the Warbeast cost that Tanith has available to you here. So this is perfect for doing a 0-point army battle. And then Tanith, she's a speed 6, strength 5, mat 6, rat 6, defense 15, armor 15, command 9, has Pathfinder. She has a ranged attack called the Jaws of Earth. It's range 10, rate of fire 0, or pardon me, rate of fire 1. AoE has a star value to it, which means that there's something on the back here. You can see here it has two different firing forms. You have From Beneath. The attack with this weapon ignores cover, concealment, and elevation, or Roots of Shadow. On a direct hit against enemy model, center a 4-inch AoE model. Enemy models suffer Shadowbind for 1 round, and Shadowbind is -3 defense, and you can't advance except to change your facing. It can be shaken though, which is nice. And that's a POW 12, it's a magical attack. She also has the Staff of Fate. It's a 2-inch range melee weapon, POW strength 11, and it also has critical Shadowbind. So if you get a critical hit, you're also applying Shadowbind with that. So, and a Fury 6, looks like she's got 15 boxes, so she's a little bit of a squishier caster. Her spells available are Abdominion, Affliction, Bleed, Rift, and Scything Touch. and her feat is actually called Rites of the Worm. While Warbeasts in Tanith's battle group are in her control range, she can channel spells through them. Additionally, while Tanith or her Warbeasts in her battle group cast a spell, reduce the cost of the spell by 1. The cost of a spell cannot be reduced less than 1. Rites of the Worm last for 1 round. So by the looks of it, it looks like what you're going to pretty much do is have these guys all kind of run around and get into a good position for you. And her spells are very support and damage. So if you pop your feat, most of these are going to cost, looks like all but 1, aside from Rift. All of these are only going to cost 1. We've got upkeeps all over the place though, so they're going to be thrown out just as an upkeep there so that you get everything set up. And then you can throw your bleed out, or pardon me, yeah, you can throw bleed out, which is a, when you damage a living model, that model can remove D3 damage points, so it's a nice way to kind of heal yourself back up. And then Rift will only end up costing you 2, but you leave an AoE of rough terrain that stays in play. And considering that the Argus has Pathfinder, that's pretty good. A little bit of a lore lesson for Tanith here. She was actually abandoned by her parents because they didn't understand her connection with the Circle of Orboros, was picked up by some druids and taken to basically the Wormwood and started training there. She's actually considered one of the Black Clads, but she is feared by other peers in the Black Clads because she has very little remorse. She has major loyalty to the Circle, and also she does a lot of research on the Devour Worm himself, or itself, I guess, and just trying to learn a little bit more about how it functions, how it works, what she needs to do. And she's also just very intimidating because the weapon that she uses is called the Staff of Fate, and the weapon itself is actually said to be a living branch broken off of the Wormwood itself and has a direct connection with the Devourer Worm. So it's used for both life and death, so it's a little bit intimidating there that she's able to use that. So a little bit of a lore lesson there. As for the battle tactics for it, it looks like what you're going to be doing is kind of having everybody get into position and then using her feat, the Rites of Worm, and that way you can start throwing spells all over the place. And with the power and strength of most of these beasts available, it's definitely something that looks like it would hurt, especially if you got everything kind of planned out right. So, but there you go, guys. That is our unboxing for the Circle Orboros battle group. As always, guys, go ahead and click the link below to see a battle report played out with Tanith and her battle group. Gives you a little bit of an overview and shows a playthrough on how we believe she's used. So go ahead and click that link below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, happy wargaming. Hey there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that unboxing video. Go ahead and click the link below to see a battle report now featuring that battle box between Steve and myself. I'm going to be playing the Menoth battle box, so go ahead and check out that unboxing video if you haven't watched that one. And Steve's going to be playing the Circle of Orboros, so go ahead and click the link below to see that unboxing video as well. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the vault. Thank you so much for watching. Happy wargaming.